Do you guys think that Andrew or myself, the grammar's totally on this, Andrew or me? Me or Andrew? Andrew or I?
Andrew or I.
Andrew or I?
Yes.
Do you think I? No. Wait, do you think me or?
I. Do you think I am?
Look, I'm an ESL student. English is my second language.
What's your
Anyways,
first language?
French.
Je parle français un petit peu.
Okay. Do you think I'm misogynist or do you think Andrew's a misogynist? Going around the table. Starting with you, Miss Clementine.
Probably more you.
More me.
You do seem like you're kind of
Andrew
a
at least goes
misogynist.
down on women from what I heard last episode. That's what the whole
Wait,
fucking
I have
whole bit
never-
about it.
Did we not catch that?
I have
camera?
never said anything of the sort. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous
Wait, can you
allegation.
just
I kinda came
repeat
in
it?
late
Can
on
you
it.
just repeat it? I don't know. I don't think we had it on you.
Did I do this?
So I'm more of a just go ahead. Just say it.
I'm just fucking around. But I said probably you are more misogynist. I really don't think either one of you. I think you probably have a bad history with women and you inflate your shit. But I think, because he at least goes down on girls. So he's probably slightly.
That's fucking disgusting.
Slightly
I
less
want to go home.
women hating.
Wait, because he does that?
Yeah.
Couldn't
Which is
you
mostly
be?
trolling.
Wait, what episode
mostly
was
trolling.
this? What episode was
Armpit hair
Is this
feminist.
popped?
Armpit hair feminist episode.
Okay.
Well, that's what they said.
Why would that make you a misog? Like, would a woman
It doesn't,
be a
I'm fucking around.
misandrist if she didn't suck?
Yes.
Okay. This darn misandrist. This misandry. That's what next time a girl won't go down on me, I'll be like, you fucking
misandrist.
But I think probably,
man-hating piece of
I think
shit.
probably he probably likes women more
The fuck did, what
on a
does that
genuine,
mean?
on a fundamental level.
At least I want women to vote.
That's because of how much you hate them, Brian. I love them
Well,
enough
boy,
to
he's gonna
liberate.
get me- he's
I
gonna get
love
me
them
on this.
enough to liberate them from such an atrocious responsibility.
You really don't think women should vote or be
I
able
don't
to?
think most people
I should
should
not
vote.
have brought that up.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I
most
should not have
people.
brought that up.
He's also like just nicer
Andrews?
to women in general. Yeah.
It's like the first time this has ever been stated, ever in the history of the podcast.
Well,
usually,
I'm the good
usually I get
Really?
labeled as being the absolute monster, and you get labeled as the person who's nice.
Well, I don't think you're like not nice, but I think your respect for women is just a little bit stronger.
Again, this has got to be the first.
Am I
time
wrong?
on the whatever
Am
podcast?
I wrong? Are you gonna look at me and tell me that I'm wrong? No, I'm not wrong. Look at your face. You know it.
It's funny because I know Andrew's positions on so many things, but it's just, you would find his positions, I think, pretty upsetting. And that's why I think your statement is funny.
Yeah, but he still treats women like people when they talk. Like, you can be a little aggressive. And like absolutely fucking savage. But I don't think either one of you are just
I'm
like
sorry that I don't pamper and go, my dear,
I don't need that.
You were emotionally cheating on your ex-husband, and while you were fucking your husband.
Oh, I don't give a fuck about that part.
When you were fucking your husband, oh, sweetie.
First of all, who said I was
oh,
still
you
married?
sweet summer.
Oh, my sweet summer child.
Oh, you were thinking of your ex while you were fucking your husband. Your husband was having. He thought he was in love with you. He was like hitting it.
But am I wrong?
And then
he knew. He didn't think anything. I was very upfront, like autistically direct about
So
the whole
he
thing.
was fucking you, and you're like, yeah, I'm thinking about fucking
I
Billy.
never thought about my ex during sex.
What? Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Don't stop lying.
I'm not like
Liar.
a visual person. Why would I admit any of this other shit if I was going to lie about that?
You're a fucking liar.
No. But am I wrong?
I have always thought that a charge that of how horrible I am to women has been wildly overstated and not ever contextualized as to the fact that all I do is just argue with them the same way that I would men.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think the would you play stepdad for anybody.
What does that have to do?
I just think
with
that he has a little bit
anything?
more empathy and genuine love for women. That's all.
I don't think being a stepfather proves that.
I think if you're super misogynistic, you're not even going to consider it.
What? I don't. This whole
Think
like,
about misogynistic
I
men,
want to
though.
like kind of pull a little bit back from this point you're making because it's one I hear frequently. So this idea that, like, for example, these men who are incels, that because like, oh, you must hate women because you can't get women. The most misogynistic men in the world fuck tons of like players are super misogynistic.
I agree.
So this idea that, oh, you can't get women.
No, I'm not saying you can't
No,
get-
I'm not. That's not
Okay,
what I'm
okay.
saying. But I'm kind of pulling it back from, oh, well, you wouldn't do this, so therefore, like, I wouldn't be a stepfather. Therefore, I have less empathy for women. So it's like, oh, it's kind of the similar argument as, oh, you can't get these men who can't get women or don't have success with women. They're more inclined towards misogyny. It's actually the player dudes. It's the guys who actually get women and see how y'all move. Those are the real misogynists.
No, I don't.
Trust me.
No, I agree with you on that.
Trust
But
me.
I just think his fundamental values probably come from a place of love for women and religion. I think some of them are inflated for views. And I think you probably have
No,
a deeper,
that I do reject.
I think
I always felt like I was very honest about my actual views.
Let me put it like this. I think that people who view the show probably expect you to be more of an asshole to women than you actually are. And I think that, Brian, you probably have a very fundamental, deeply rooted resentment towards women.
What evidence do you have for that?
With the way, well, okay, so the last time I was here, you talked about how, you know, like men might have to try 5 different dates with women before they get approved. And the way you talked about it, and you even said it was personal experience too, and there was just such resentment in the tone. Also,
What did I say?
Was it vitriol? Was he being vitriolic?
I don't know how to explain it, but you definitely have some walls up with women for sure. But I don't think either one of you are inherently misogynistic.
I don't even know what that means. I have walls up with women. What does that mean?
I don't know. I think that maybe when you were, do you really want me to give a psychoanalysis?
I can't wait.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll entertain this.
You're just going to argue it. I don't know. I think maybe when you were younger, you probably got rejected a good bit, and also maybe somebody very deeply hurt you. And it could be a genuine analysis of the negative aspects of women.
Brian, who hurt you?
Yeah.
Who hurt you,
Somebody
Brian?
did. Also, the fact that you like the crazy bitches too.
What? Are you actually
A girl went through your phone on the first date, and you were with her for 5 years. Oh my God, be so for real.
I don't like crazy bitches.
Why did you stay with one for so long?
First off, I was incredibly young and
Okay, so maybe you
naive.
don't now.
Absolutely not. No.
Okay, I can buy that.
Yeah. You know, you have learning experiences. You're like, when you're young, especially men, like, you don't know what crazy is until you land on it.
That's
And
true.
then,
This is like fucking Reverso Bizarro land.
But am I wrong? Like you guys
no, I
refuse
think you're
to tell
wrong.
me.
Brian's actually super nice. He's super nice to everybody.
So you think-
I've never seen him not actually nice. Sometimes, because he's like you, you have like weirdism, but he has OCD.
Oh, actually.
And so sometimes he'll be like,
That makes sense.
sometimes he gets a little tilted. Or as he puts it, right? He gets a little upset when his show doesn't go all perfect because of his dumbass OCD.
Yeah,
but no, he's
I can see that.
yeah, he's definitely not.
So,
Yeah.
so you think you're more misogynistic out of the two?
Oh, most definitely.
Really?
Most definitely.
Well,
In fact, I don't even run from the label. Like for modern feminists, especially, they absolutely.
y'all just gave the answers. How
Absolutely.
How are they going to answer objectively?
Like absolutely, modern feminists should absolutely consider me to be a misogynist by all means.
You just
I think
consider
from their
yourself to be
perspective,
one.
sure.
Yeah, from their perspective, they absolutely should.
But I don't think that's like who you are fundamentally. I don't think that's true. I
think
just
that
based
they're
off of what
fucking
we can
evil,
view.
drag, scumbag, fucking horrible human beings, and I'm glad that they see me as a complete and total rejection of that. Like, that makes me super happy. That means I'm doing my job correctly.
Maybe it's just because I'm like a little red pilled, but I don't think that makes you misogynistic.
In reality, no. But fundamentally, from their perspective, yes, for sure. For sure, he would be the nice one. Remember, I'm the Handmaid's Tale guy, right? It's fascism. And
I don't see it.
I don't even get this though, like, because if you actually this idea that because I've been rejected, like this is that this has been sort of the genesis of what you allege to be misogyny. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Shh.
I do have ADD.
Zip it. Zip it good. Okay. So.
It's so misogynist.
So misogynist.
Don't even treat them like they're people.
It's really interesting because I feel like this is actually much more a common occurrence in women. A woman gets at 18, the amount of 18-year-old women, mind you, I'm 35. I've had a lot of experience with women. And for example, I'll still say that I love women. I think women are great, and I don't always understand them. Can't always reason with them. Can't always logic with them, but still love them. Got a sister, got a mom.
As opposed to me, who genuinely thinks that most modern women are just fucking awful.
Don't
They're
say that,
just
Andrew. Hide your
awful.
misogyny. Hide the misogyny.
Yeah, but you know
Hold
what?
on.
In my defense, most modern women also think most modern women are fucking awful. Just to be totally
And
fair.
Yeah, I think
But-
at least us
See?
two.
But to finish my point here is that you got 18-year-old women who have like one bad dating experience with a guy. They get fucked and chucked. Some guy they really liked, fucks them and ghosts, right? That gives them carte blanche to essentially become full-blown misandrist man-haters. Men are trash. I'm trying to think
All
of
men
somebody.
are the same.
No, they're like this.
Every man cheats.
Women will say this. Like if I were to say women are trash, not a word I've ever said. I've never said it. People think I've got the most toxic, misogynist podcast. I've never said women are trash. I don't believe it. 18-year-old women who've had one bad dating experience where they fucked a guy out of their league and he didn't call her back. Men are trash. They dye their hair fucking pink. They get a septum piercing. Boom. Instant like that. I have been rejected. Certainly. That's the genesis and story of almost every single man.
Sure.
Because we're the initiators. See, you guys
I
get
don't
to
disagree,
you
though.
guys get to walk through life on easy mode. You have dating on recruit mode. You never, as a woman, have to really deal with rejection the same way men do.
I agree.
Yeah.
But the emotion when you say that tells me there's something a little bit resentful there.
Just because I'm speaking in an impassioned way, I don't think you can infer anything from that just because I'm speaking impassionately.
But you're asking people who don't know you guys, so that's all we can infer from. But I want to say,
so
like,
if I
you're
was
not
speaking, if I said this monotone, which I normally am to begin with, that would be
maybe, but it's just a feeling that I get, and I haven't heard you tell me.
how you feel.
Yeah, it's just well, what can we base it off of otherwise? Like,
Bro,
we don't have a foundation outside of this.
I can
You could use
infer.
the
I can
inferences of hundreds of
infer
shows.
because
That between you two.
you're a stripper. Because you
Yes.
used to be a sex worker, you probably have contempt for men. Because every single stripper I've talked to and every sex worker I've talked to, because of their experiences with men, they have very poor assessments
Well,
of men.
you'd be right. We all base life off of our frame of reference and our individual experiences. Now, I love men. And even as a dancer, I was very like, men get divorces, men suicide rates. Like, I've always been that way. And, but it wouldn't be unfair for you to think that when you have no other context. I would understand.
All right, well, I'm going to move it